What it is, YouTube, is your boy, Mike Maxis.
Solo Jolo.
And we are Critical Hit. Now, we're going to talk about, today we got to talk about something that I think is a little bit of an annoying topic, but we're going to talk about Intergalactic and our thoughts, okay? So, off the bat, personally, I loved the trailer. I love the trailer. I thought the trailer was cool. I thought it was a cool trailer. I was a big fan of the holodeck, the Sunday, because that's Cowboy Bebop. That's like all of the early 80s, 90s space stuff was going on. And I'm just a real big fan of like retro futurism, like the retro future aesthetic. I'm just a real big fan of that. And I think the protagonist jacket looks really cool, and I would like that to go on sale immediately so I can have one. The implied gameplay looks very interesting. Looks right up my alley because I love action games. This looks like an action game. If Naughty Dog's past gameplay design and their, the way they do their melee is to be, if we're gonna take that into account, then I'm very excited about that. Because say what you want about Last of Us 2's story, I wasn't the hugest fan of how they, the direction that the story went, but I'm not gonna sit here and say that their gameplay wasn't phenomenal, and it was. So I'm expecting the combat to be at least solid. The story is gonna be what, we're gonna be here to tell you whether we like the story or not, because good or bad story, we're gonna play the game. It's probably gonna be a day one. Mainly because it's Naughty Dog, and I'm never not buying a Naughty Dog game. That's just not happening. That's my bias, and that it is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and try to be some moral arbiter, some soapbox, super objective. I see all sides. No, man, my side is this. I'm buying the game regardless. Now, my opinions of the game are gonna be what they are based on when I get it. I'm not just gonna like it automatically because I just can't. Some people just can't bear to change their mind on things after they publicly stated an opinion. If they state an opinion too loud, they have to stick with that. They feel like they have to stick on that opinion, regardless. And I'm like, dog, you look ridiculous. The more you do that, the more you do that, with okay, so if I feel a certain type of way, but then I get some more information that kind of contradicts what I believe, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, throw that away. No, bro, if it's a factual piece of information, I gotta reinterpret what I'm thinking about, because obviously now I don't know, I don't have all the pieces. I don't got the whole picture.
As far as Jolo is concerned, my initial reaction to the trailer, I thought it was cool. I thought that from what I saw, there wasn't much to take in. I thought it was pretty bland. As far as actual details of whatever is happening, I thought it was extremely sparse.
Vague is a good word.
Up until they showed implied gameplay, it looked more like a teaser.
Yeah, a CG trailer.
And so the actual implied gameplay. I gotta say implied. I gotta say implied because it could look different. But from what they seem like they're going for as far as gameplay, it's probably gonna be really fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be an action game.
I'm definitely wanting to see more, but of what the gameplay actually is the actual gameplay. But it definitely is not. If it's Naughty Dog, it's more than likely going to be some modicum of fun. So
right. So
as far as the character design, it's completely whatever.
I've never been more indifferent on something in my entire life.
It's a nothing design, so it's like I don't care.
Yeah, I hope we get to customize her. What if we get to customize her and all this uproar about how she looks is so it's like,
hey, look, they'd be lit most definitely because she's a very forgettable looking character.
Yeah, no, she doesn't really have anything that stands out besides her jacket.
I don't see how people have strong opinions on her because there's nothing.
I guess that's what the strong opinion is about, is because there's nothing. I don't know.
Man, look, it's a It's the first. It's the first trailer.
This doesn't seem like she doesn't seem like a franchise seller. She just seems like this might be a cool game.
She doesn't. You're right.
Yeah, the character just might grow on us because of the context of what the game is, which I'm expecting for it to happen. Because it's Naughty Dog, so
you know
they can make you fall in love with a tomato, just like Pixar and shit. So it's like, let's do it. Like we all fell in love with a fucking fictional fucking bandicoot fox, whatever. What the fuck even is a bandicoot?
Like, I think it's actually.
That's a real animal, but like it don't look like that.
Sure.
I know it's a real animal, but it don't look like that. Crash don't look like that. I don't know what the hell Crash is supposed. I know he's supposed to look like a bandicoot, but like that's not. I don't think bandicoots look like that. That's like saying Goofy's a dog. I don't. Is he?
But yeah, no. It's like I said, the implied gameplay looks like it's obviously gonna be fun.
Yeah.
From Naughty Dog's history on making games, they're not new to any. They're not new to game designs and shit like that. So I feel like they could probably hit this one at the park. It doesn't necessarily look too similar to something they made before, but it definitely, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I don't really like, and like you said earlier, it's just there's not a whole lot to go on.
There's just not a lot. There's not a lot to go on besides that, honestly.
That's my biggest nitpick. The big. I'm actually more surprised that no one's talking about how like, dang, I wish we would have saw some gameplay from this.
It's like had I seen more, maybe I'd be able to give you a little more solid statements here, but. It's just really up in there. What was this, like, Intergalactic, the heretic prophet?
Yeah, and you know, and I'm sure, and then read it, and you know what, and we did see that video about, you know, giving us more context about what kind of story it's gonna be. And it's like, you know, it's gonna be a very ambitious story. And Neil Druckmann said that it's a very ambitious story, and I'm like, oh, I immediately rolled my eyes.
That's
well, we saw what you did, Neil, with your other ambitious story.
Right. When he says stuff like that and subtitles like the heretic prophet, it's like it might get kind of eye rolly at a certain point.
It might be at least at the very least preachy.
Right, it's gonna at the very least it might be preachy by the end. You might feel like you got preached to by the end.
But I won't say that we should stray because like Dead Space did that. Like, but they wasn't preachy. Like, but Dead Space had like a whole religious cult and all of that stuff. This looks like, you know, just based off, like I said, it's not a whole lot to go on for concrete, just a concrete opinion. But based off of what the trailer showed, it's looking like it's gonna be like very tongue-in-cheek, very looks like there's gonna be a lot of emotion. Looks like there's gonna be a lot of action, maybe. Maybe. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
I'm gonna say this. I want the jacket and I want that spaceship. Like, I want a statue of the spaceship. Like, the merchandise will go off because I will go ahead and purchase the merchandise. If the game looks good. If the game doesn't look like something I would play, then nah, it is what it is.
That is one thing from the we read or whatever, the video or whatever. It sounded more like it's not gonna be very much spaceship stuff going on.
No,
it sounds like you're gonna be stranded on.
Yeah, you're gonna be stranded on that spaceship.
So like
stranded on that planet.
On the planet. So it's like,
which I think is a good thing because I'm sick of. I don't want Naughty Dog to have to make a Galaxy game.
Shoot, yeah, true. But it's like, why the first trailer the first thing we see of the game is a spaceship. So it's like, I don't know.
A very cool looking Porsche spaceship, by the way.
Yeah.
Which is dope. I think that's cool. I thought
what we're seeing of the game is a spaceship.
I like more realistic takes on, because if people had spaceships and stuff, they would have brands on them. Like, it would be Chrysler and shit. Like, I don't know. It wouldn't all be NASA in the government. Once people started being able, like, if you as a regular person could go out and buy a spaceship, then you're probably gonna get a Dodge or a Ford spaceship. You know what I'm saying?
A Dodge spaceship.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm just more surprised. I'm more so surprised that people like got more open feelings about the fact they're making it seemed like from the trailer a space adventure game. I'm surprised.
But they didn't say it was a space.
I mean, that's what we read. But from the trailer alone, it looks like it's gonna be a space adventure game. You know, I'm surprised that there's not more of a conversation around that.
But also, when you look at, it looks like a space adventure game. But then when you listen to like what was being said in the trailer, just like, oh, no one's been able to leave this planet for centuries and all of that. So it tells you that you're gonna be stuck on this motherfucker for at least the majority of the game.
I don't know. I feel like all the conversations that happen around this, what was it, 2 minutes, maybe a minute, minute and 30-second trailer, the character's design is what's becoming.
Yeah, that's a little embarrassing.
I don't know. Especially from what they did with the story with The Last of Us 2, I would have thought way more that the conversation would have been, man, I hope the story is it. You know, I would have thought way more. The people would have been like, hey, I hope the story isn't fucking crazy preachy.
Did people talk? When they aged Ellie up? Did we even have? I don't remember that being a conversation. Where it's like, why is Ellie's titties not big? Why is Ellie doesn't look like an Instagram model? Like, why? It's like certain characters. It's like certain characters can just look like regular people, and other characters just don't have. Can't. Like, I understand Lara Croft has to have her titties. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you take Lara Croft's titties away? It's like there's like 50% of. She's a Tomb Raider, and she's hot. That's Lara Croft. She's British. You know, like this kind of a big deal. But with this new person, this is a whole new person. So it's like we can't say what she's supposed to look like. I don't know.
I mean, it's like
it's just weird to me.
I mean, it's like when it comes to Ellie, it was like not only did we like sort of grow up with it, but it's like she actually has like I said, she has actual character in her design. This person looks like a fucking creative character that nobody designed at all.
But my Ellie point is really bringing me to the point, you know, just kind of moving off, like, you know, with Siri, right, from The Witcher 4. Some people are saying the same thing about Siri and all this other stuff. I'm like, but we literally saw Siri grow up. This was a child, and now she looks like a regular person. But also, she looks like the fairest chick in all the land compared to where they're at thematically.
I'm about to say they're just wrong thematically.
Like, y'all are just wrong.
Was it theoretically for her universe? She actually is the baddest.
I think that might just be rage bait. I think.
Yeah, there is a lot of that when it comes to any topic at all on the internet in this generation.
And then, like, because you get rage bait from one side, and then you get the cringe bait from the other side, where that like that stupid picture on Twitter with Jordan. Jordan's the name of the Intergalactic character. Jordan and freaking Siri. You think that? Male tears or whatever. No, that was cringy as hell.
I didn't.
And it doesn't help. It's like, oh my god, both sides of y'all is cringy. Because then you got the other person, right? One person is like, Tactone was like, he posted a picture of Jordan Munn next to a picture of Eve from Stellar Blade, and it was like what the gaming industry thinks we want versus what we actually want. And I'm like, but see, here's the thing, dog. Like, both of those people are modeled after real people. And I think the point was that the point a lot of people are trying to make is that, oh, they're making these characters look, which I think they are, because why did they do that to Mary Jane? You know what I'm saying? They did that shit to Mary Jane. Mary Jane looked completely different in the second game.
Yeah.
For no reason. Like, why did her jaw get so strong?
Yeah.
Why did her face get so buttery? I don't know. But that is what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I
like, how did the graphics get better? But was she benefiting from the bad graphics? Was it like, I don't know.
It was. I don't know. I feel
beer goggles graphics.
I don't know. I feel like this whole conversation could have been mitigated by just having the character fit and aesthetic instead of almost no aesthetic at all. I feel like this whole thing could have been mitigated, and I also think that all sides of the conversation are absolutely fucking dumb.
They should have gave her. You know what would have been a better conversation? They should have gave her the Echo hairstyle. What the fuck? They should have gave her that. The Killmonger. That's what should have did.
You know,
if they gave her the Killmonger, at least would have been like, oh great, another. I would have rather had that conversation about, oh great, another character with this hairstyle.
Look, it sounds like she's a rough and tumble goddamn.
She seems like a tomboy or whatever.
She seems like somebody who's been through some stuff or whatever. So, like, give her a couple of scars in the Echo hairstyle. Like,
she sure doesn't have. So she got clear.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this whole thing could be mitigated. She doesn't have any character physically on her
besides the fact that she's bald.
Besides she's bald and she has a jacket and she's in space, she has no design really. So I feel like that's where I feel like that's where they mess up as far as designs go. That's where they mainly mess up.
They got to make her a little bit more interesting to look at. And it doesn't have to necessarily be, oh, she has to be hot or nothing. No, bro, give her a fucking scar. Give her a goddamn a robot arm or something, like something. She just kind. I will agree. She does kind of look boring. She looks plain, but I'm not gonna be sitting here mad that she doesn't look hot. That's weird to me.
I feel like that's what's making all sides of the conversation look stupid. Honestly,
yeah, and also because if they made her thick with that makeup design, it kept everything else, but just made her thick with the design. Still be plain.
Yeah, she looked goofy. She looked goofy as well.
That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't she look goofy as hell?
She looked goofy.
If we saw and it was like, imagine the same shot where it's her cutting her hair and it was
but she got hella hair.
I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why she?
But she got hella ass. It's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, it would have been a completely different controversy from the other side.
Look, that's what I was saying. Is like I can't have too strong of an opinion on this because it's such a nothing burger, right?
It really is. It's
right.
Really stupid,
so all sides look completely stupid because she doesn't look like anything. She looks like a person. Like I said, the creative character when you don't change anything.
Yeah, like you remember on Saints Row, the Saints Row 2? Default character.
Yeah. You look like the default creative character.
Which is why I feel like you probably can customize, but no, you probably can't. I mean, you probably customize how she looks, but you probably can't create your own character.
But
maybe you can. I mean, I don't know. It's probably not.
I don't know, but the whole conversation.
You'd probably give her a new outfit or whatever. Give her.
I don't know the mindset behind why she looks so bland, but I do know that they know gameplay. If nothing else, they have the hand on the pulse on gameplay, and that's what I'd be here for. Well, at least that's what would keep me, at least.
Maybe they're just going for something like super realistic and not super because like I said, like it looked like she worked for the military, the space military, or did she say she's like it said she was like a thief or worked with a group of thieves, space criminals, space pirates or whatever. Maybe they were going for because she has to be athletic to do that. You know what I'm saying? She has to be built like an athlete. Granted, there's some thick ass athletes out there.
I'm about to say that don't necessarily mean
that don't necessarily mean she can't be.
There's some insanely fucking thick athletes out there.
There's some crazy ones.
Man.
But I digress. Like it's literally, I don't think it's a big deal. I really don't. I'm indifferent on her design. I think the sword looks cool. The sword looks pretty dope. I like the jacket and I like the fact that her Adidas glow in the balls.
Yeah, no.
Her spaceship looks pretty dope. She may or may not be a likable person. From the trailer, she looks like she's kind of an asshole. But
yeah.
But that's just kind of but dudes are assholes too in games. Is Marcus nice? Is Marcus Phoenix not an asshole? I don't think women gotta be nice for them to be protagonists and stuff.
I also don't think that this is the conversation to have though too. I feel like it's not the conversation being had.
It's not a conversation being had, particularly with her. But
Yeah.
they're like, because they're saying like, why is she bald and why is she not hot? Some people are saying, why is she black? You guys need to get the fuck out of here. Why can't she be black? What's wrong with that? You other weirdos where it's like, and I understand like some people, I understand not liking the design or like not relating to the design of a character, right? That's fine. It's like whatever. Who cares though? Well, no, I'm still gonna play the game.
You know,
I'm still gonna. If I see the gameplay and the gameplay looks like something I'd play, I'm still gonna buy the game and play it. Like I really don't. I've played as a piece of toast, dog. Like I've played as all kind of shit that I don't relate to aesthetically. I don't know. We gotta see some gameplay. That's really the biggest mistake. Is that
I gotta see more about the game in general.
I'm really appalled that more people aren't talking about the lack of gameplay in the trailer. Because if they had this trailer come out 5-6 years ago, that would have been the conversation. Is that wow, another CG trailer from a big AAA game publisher. Let's hope the game actually looks like anything close to what this CG trailer is telling us.
Me personally, I want to see more of the tone they want to go with this story, because I still don't got a good grasp on tone. Honestly.
I don't even know what the hell's going on.
I don't got a good grasp on tone. I'm more so concerned with story.
Like, are they gonna go like super dark and preachy, or are they gonna go Guardians of the Galaxy with it?
Look, I gotta get a good grasp on tone and story, because that's why I feel like I'm shaky with Naughty Dog.
That's where I feel like yeah.
So it's like that's where I'm at personally. I think the gameplay might. It is worse. I feel like the gameplay might be fine. Yep. I just don't know where this story or the vibe of this game is gonna go at all, and that's why I'm concerned. Shit. Yeah. Other than that, I feel like any other conversations are complete nothing burger. Nothing's actually.
I think we're just having like there's nothing else to talk about.
There's nothing to talk about. Nothing's shown.
There's nothing else to talk about, and I think that's the biggest problem. Like I said, like if we had gameplay to talk about, just a minute of gameplay to talk about.
A minute of
actual non-implied gameplay.
Right, in-engine gameplay.
I think we would be having way different conversations.
Look, there'd be an actual talk could be had here, but instead we're just twiddling our thumbs. She looks kind of weird, didn't she?
She looks kind of weird.
And I feel like that's honestly what this really comes down to too. We have nothing else to talk about it. So what else is there to talk about? I mean, she was bald.
Eyebrows kind of big.
Look, it seems more like shooting the shit conversation than got that.
Yeah, it just seems like idle chat to me.
Look,
which is why it kind of took us a while to make this video, because it just felt like I don't know. I didn't know what to really say, because I'm like, I don't really care.
Right.
I don't really care about that. Like that's just so irrelevant to my experience as a gamer.
Yeah, but we waiting to see more, anything at all. There's nothing really. All we seen is implications. So we're just waiting to see anything at all. Right. At this point. I'm hyped that they're making a new series now.
Yeah, that's all I said.
I'm hyped that they're willing to venture out into new IP. I'm hype about that. But other than that, nothing's really here.
Yeah, no. All you motherfuckers with these super strong opinions over a damn CG trailer.
Right. CG trailer.
Y'all weird.
They didn't even show nothing for real.
It just lets us know that this game's coming out and what the name of it is. At the end of the day. But that's all we really had to say about it, guys. You got anything else, man? I don't really have nothing to say. We like playing games, dog. We like,
I like playing games.
I don't really like arguing over games.
Arguing over a game that hasn't even been finished yet.
Nor do I feel like defending a game that's not out. Nor have I.
Right, that's another thing. I don't feel necessarily good defending it either, because there's nothing here.
There's a lot of people that just like rush to the defense of this game that you may or may not even like when it come out, and I don't understand that. There's too much pseudo activism going on in our community, whereas like none of you people are actually doing anything to help any of these causes. You guys are just being obnoxious on the internet. None of you guys donate, none of you guys volunteer, none of you guys go out. None of y'all have stopped one crime. None of y'all have sent any homeless people any money. None of y'all have contributed to society in a charitable and helpful way at all. And yet, other people are supposed to be held to a metric that you can't even live up to. And I just think that's ridiculous.
Look,
I just think that's really ridiculous, and that's real basement dwelling, non-grass touching behavior.
Crazy.
And it is what it is. So you guys be good, man. Be well, be safe, be kind.
You know, look, hop offline, do something.
Go do some push-ups outside.
Anything else? Hop offline for a little bit. Trust me, it really will help you. Go do you know what I'm saying? Cook yourself a real meal.
Yeah, wake up and cook
turn off all the
make your bed,
shit,
do all kind of shit. Clean your room, sweep up. You know what I'm saying? All kind of shit.
Look, you know, something out there.
It is what it is.
Walk a pet.
Yeah, like feed your cat.
Look,
like water your plant. Do something else, dog.
You know, hop offline for a minute.
Yeah,
don't let this engross you.
Yeah. But y'all be easy, man. We'll see you guys on the next Critical Hit. Peace.